Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to my 1985 season replay in Season Ticket Baseball. Tonight is May 21st, 1985 in the season, and we are at the friendly confines of Wrigley Field for a matchup in the National League. The Cincinnati Reds are in town to take on the Chicago Cubs. The Reds historically won this game 5-2, and that would seem to fit with the trend of home teams apparently being allergic to winning on the board in this replay. But we'll see what Season Ticket has to say about that. So we are expecting a sellout here at Wrigley Field. And what say we jump right into the action, as it's a fairly late night and we are going to have a product unboxing after this game is over and the ticker's done. So let's jump right in. Starting pitcher tonight for the Chicago Cubs is Ray Fontenot. 6-10 with a 4.36 ERA, 154 and 2/3 innings pitched, 70 strikeouts, 45 walks, and 23 home runs in 85. The Cubs come into this game with a record of 20-15, so they are in the thick of the National League playoff picture. They're actually in third place in the division, 2.5 games ahead of the Mets. The Reds are kind of waiting for the next, well, they're not just waiting for the next replay at this point. They are coming in with a record of 18-19. They're just one game under 500, half game behind the Dodgers for the 3 spot in the NL West. But right now, the Dodgers wouldn't make the playoffs with the aforementioned record of 19-19. So that's where things stand. Now that we're done with that, now the Cubs will start to get loose in the field. So now we'll take our first look at the Reds starting lineup. Leading off tonight for the Reds, we've got Gary Redus in left field, Dave Concepcion at shortstop, Dave Parker's in right field, Alan Nicely is catching, Tony Perez is at first base, Eric Davis is in center field, Nick Isaski is at third base, Tom Foley is at second base, and John Stuper, the starting pitcher for the Reds, has got a pitcher batting card. And that's the lineup Fontenot is going to be charged with keeping in check tonight. And leading off for the Reds tonight, we have Gary Redus. That's a name we heard a lot in 91. 252 average, 56 homers, 28 RBIs in 85. We will be using red, white, and blue dice once again. Cubs are the home team tonight. And I will see you guys as usual once I get this adjusted just a little bit. Tapping into Digital Diamond, we'll hit the play ball button, and I will see you guys at the bottom of the first. As Fontenot, we'll look, let's make sure everything is good to go here. Okay. Now we're all set. Fontenot will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and we will start the same way every other game starts, and that is with the first pitch. And we'll start off with a 271. Fontenot against the righty with a 271. Uh-oh. Redus thinks he's got a hold of one. That one is deep to left field. Redus has got a power of 5. Does Redus give the Reds the lead? Just like that, hit to left field. 16 and 5 is a 24, and Redus will start this game off with a boom! That ball is hit high, deep to left field. Dayett going back to the track for that one, back to the wall. He will run out of space in the ivy, and that ball is gone. Leadoff home run, Gary Redus. Buckle up if the game's starting like that. It could be a long one. 1-0 in favor of the Reds. Stadium groans. Ugh. Dave Concepcion steps into the batter's box for the Reds. 252 average, 7 home runs, 48 RBIs in 85. Fontenot has got to shake that one off. He will get the sign from Davis. He will set. And here comes the pitch. That is a 281. Fontenot against the righty. Uh-oh. We've got another one deep to center field, deep to left field. Concepcion, though, only has a power of a 2. Do we go back-to-back for the first time this season? That does not seem likely to go back-to-back. But that will be that'll be a deep single. That'll get down in front of Dayett, and the Reds now have a runner on first. Game has just started, and the Cubs fans are already stunned at what they see. Infield will go to double play depth, and the batter now is Dave Parker for the Reds. 312 average, 34 homers, 125 RBIs in 85. Infield is at double play depth. 1-0 Reds, and we've just started here. Fontenot will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 127, and a 127 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one for the Cubs is going to be Moreland. He will make the catch, and after the third batter, that is finally the first out. Alan Nicely now steps into the batter's box for the Reds. 253 average, 5 home runs, 26 RBIs in 85. Fontenot will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 430. That will be Nicely against the lefty 430. That's going to be grounded over to third. Picking that one up is going to be Lopez. He will fire that over to Sandberg at second. Sandberg will make the relay over to Durham at first. In time, and the side is retired. Stadium cheers. Yay! But the Reds do strike first. One hit, that being a solo home run by Reedus to lead off the game. Score is Cincinnati 1, Chicago coming to bat. As the Reds waste no time striking on that one. Starting pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds is John Stuper. 8-5 with a 4.55 ERA. 99 innings pitched, 38 home runs, 37 walks, 8 strikeouts in 85. While the Reds get loose behind Stuper, we will take our first look at the Cubs starting lineup. Leading off tonight, we've got Bob Dernier in center field, Ryan Sandberg at second base, Davey Lopes at third base, right? Yes. Keith Moreland is in right field, Leon Durham is at first base, Joey Davis is catching, Brian Dayett is in left field, Larry Bowe is at shortstop, and Ray Fontenot has got a pitcher batting card. And that's the lineup Stuper is going to be charged with keeping in check here tonight at Wrigley Field. Leading off for the Cubs is Bob Dernier. 254 average, 1 home run, 21 RBIs in 85. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. Yes. Stuper will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 584. That's hit to center field. Center field for the Reds is Davis, and a 584 is going to be a nice, easy fly ball. Davis will come in for that one a little bit. He will make the catch, though, for out number 1. And Ryan Sandberg now stepping into the batter's box. 305 average, 26 home runs, 83 RBI in 85. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. 380. Sandberg with a 380. And that's going to be a 2-base error as the shortstop, as Bowe is going to boot that one, then he'll throw it wide, and Sandberg will end up on second base on the 2-base error. Let's see, there's got to be a way. Okay, so that should end up with Sandberg at second on the error. Wait a minute. That's a 2-base. So it looks like we've got to call that. So it's not going to be accurate, but I want to end up with Sandberg at second. So we're going to call that 1B and E6. Scoring won't be accurate in Digital Diamond, but at least I will have it right. At least I will end up with the situation I want here, is we should end up with There we go. We'll end up with Sandberg at second base coming out of that. Stepping into the batter's box now for the Cubs is Davey Lopes. 284 average, 11 home runs, 44 RBIs in 85. Sanders taking his lead off of second. Is there anything special about trying to steal third? Let me just double check that. Steal attempts 5. No, looks like there's no modifiers, but I don't think the Cubs are going to get greedy this early. Nicely, not that good an arm though. Sandberg might be tempted to test, but he's not going to now. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here's the pitch. With a 593, that'll be into right field. Right fielder tonight for the Reds is Parker. And a 593 is going to be a fly ball into right field. Parker will have no trouble with that one, maybe ranging in for that one a little bit, but he will make the catch for out number 2. Keith Moreland now stepping into the batter's box. 307 average, 14 home runs, 106 RBI in 85. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 405, that'll be Moreland against a righty with a 405, and Moreland's going to work a 2-out walk out of the at-bat. As the Cubs suddenly have something going on here with 2 outs, as Leon Durham now steps into the batter's box. 282 average, 21 home runs, 75 RBI in 85. Stuper gets the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 619, which will turn into a 629 because of the home team. And that'll be popped up to short on the infield. Getting under that one is going to be Concepcion. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. A 2-base error and a walk, but the Cubs aren't able to do anything with it. Score is now 1-0 Reds after 1. Stadium groans. Ugh. Stopping to check in with chat real quick and take a quick drink. Okay. Top of the second coming up, and leading off for the Reds, we have Tony Perez. 328 average, 6 home runs, 33 RBI in 85. Fontenot looking into Davis for the sign. 1-0 Reds, top of the second. Fontenot will set, and he will pitch. That is a 262. Perez against the left. No. Fontenot against a righty. 262. Uh-oh. Perez thinks he's got a hold of one with a power of a 6. Does Perez extend the lead for the Reds? That is hit to straightaway center field. Let's see. 6 and 6 is 12. No! That'll be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one for the Cubs is going to be Dernier. He will make the catch, out number 1. He had to go toward the track, but he had plenty of room there. 1 out in the inning. Stadium sighs. Phew! And Eric Davis stepping into the batter's box. 246 average, 8 home runs, 18 RBI in 85. Fontenot looking into Davis for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That will be a 565. That'll be hit over to the shortstop. Shortstop is Boa, and a 565 will be a ground ball right at Boa. He won't have any problems getting that one over to first. Out number 2. Batter now for the Reds is Nick Asaski. 262 average, 21 home runs, 66 RBI in 85. Fontenot looking in at Davis. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. That is a 108. And a 108 is going to be grounded right back to Fontenot. He will turn, throw that over to first for the out, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds here in the top of the second. Score stays right where it is, to the relief of the Cub faithful here at Wrigley. As stepping in for the Cubs to lead off the bottom of the second is Jody Davis. 232 average, 17 home runs, 58 RBI, and 85. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 460 with Davis against the righty, and a 460. He's going to smack that one into left field, and that's going to be a double. Reedus with an arm of a 5, Davis with a speed of 3. He will be content with the double into right field, or into left field. Nothing crazy with the infield there. As Brian Dayett now steps into the batter's box. 231 average, 1 home run, 4 RBI, and 85. Davis taking his lead off of first. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 279. Stuper against the righty with a 279. Uh-oh. Dayett thinks he's got a hold of one. That one is deep to center field. Dayett has a power of a 6. He needs at least an 18 to safely get this out. Does Dayett give the Cubs the lead with one swing of the bat? 5 and 6 is an 11. No! He won't give the Cubs the lead, but he will tie the game easily as Davis will come in to score. Davis will come in to score on the double. Dayett will go to second, and this game is tied at 1. Stadium cheers. Yay! Larry Boa now the batter for the Cubs. 246 average, no home runs, 13 RBI, and 85. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. Fans at Wrigley Field now starting to come alive. Stuper will set, and here is the pitch. 463. Boa against the righty with the 463. That is going to be lined over to second. Catching that one is going to be Foley as the ball will slam into his glove for self-defense. And I need to double check what the exclamation mark means. I know there's a mark for that here somewhere. I believe it means he has to try, but I'm trying to find out for sure. That's a runner event. Where is it? Here we go. Runners thrown out on a double play. So Dayett will get thrown out, and that will be 2 outs in the inning. Stadium groans. Ugh. Let's see. That should be L4. Let's see. There should be a command here for line and here we go. So DP. So L4 DP R2. That should give me what I want. 2 outs in the inning. And the batter now is Ray Fontenot. Of course, no individual pitcher batting stats on the pitcher batting cards. Stuper looking in it nicely for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 658, that'll turn into a 668, and that'll be grounded right back to Stuper. Stuper will fire that over to first for the out, and that will retire the side. But the Cubs get the run back on a pair of doubles. We are tied at 1 here at Wrigley after 2. Stopping over to check in with chat real quick. All quiet there. As leading off the top of the third for the Reds is Tom Foley. He is at second base tonight. 196 average, no home runs, and 6 RBIs in 85. Fontenot looking into Davis for the sign. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 5-13 looking at Fontenot. That'll be grounded right back to him as he'll take it on a 1 on the first hop. He will turn, fire that over to first for the out, and that's out number 1. And John Stuper now steps into the batter's box. Fontenot will get the sign from Davis. He will set. Here's the windup, and here comes the pitch. That is a 485. 485 is based on his I rating. Stuper's I rating is a 5. And a 485 is going to be lifted into right field. Getting under that one for the Cubs will be Moreland. He will make the catch. 2 outs in the inning. Reedus, who led the game off with a solo bomb to left field, now steps into the batter's box. Fontenot hopefully has amnesia from that first at-bat. He will get the sign from Davis. He will set. Here comes the pitch. On a 681. That does not sound like he's got amnesia, but it will be a base hit for Reedus. As Reedus now is 2 for 2. Just making some notes to get some of the things on my score sheet caught up. Concepcion now steps into the batter's box. He has a single as well tonight. 2 outs in the inning. Fontenot trying to get out of this with the game tied. He will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 490. That sounds like trouble. 490 for Concepcion against a lefty. Uh-oh, Concepcion thinks he's got a hold of one. That one is deep to left field. Concepcion with the power of a 2. Can he give the Reds the lead with 1 swing of the bat? Let's see, 9 and 2 is 11. No, that'll be a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one for the Cubs is Dayett. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except for the single for the Reds as we move into the bottom of the 3rd. Stadium size. Phew. Scary situation there if you're a Cubs fan. Stopping in to check in with chat. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the action tonight at Wrigley Field. Bottom of the 3rd, and leading off, we've got Dernier. Dernier tonight is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 211. A 211 for Stuper against the righty is going to turn into a 411. And a 411 for Dernier against the righty is going to be a ground ball over to short. Grabbing that one is Concepcion. He will make the play over to first, out number 1. Sandberg now stepping into the batter's box. Sandberg reached on a 2-base error his first time up. Stuper looking in it nicely for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 170. Stuper with a 170. That'll be a bloop single, and Sandberg will be on with a 1-out single. Infield will go to double play depth as Lopes takes his last warm-up cuts and steps into the batter's box. Lopes flew out his first time up. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. They're actually going to try. The Cubs are going to try a hit and run here. They're going to mix it up a little bit here against the Reds. So they are going to try the hit and run. So Stuper will set and he will pitch. That is a 218. Stuper against a righty. That's a K with a hit and run though. The batter misses. So we're going to have to pitch again. Sandberg will have to steal without a lead. He's got to beat a 14. He's got a speed of 6. And no, Sandberg is going to be thrown out. As the hit and run. All right, I'm trying to do a caught stealing for Sandberg. This is just going to be CS2B. Okay. So on a failed hit and run, Sandberg gets caught stealing. 2 outs in the inning. Worth a shot, but Lopes now has 2 strikes on him. So now the hit and run is obviously called off. Stuper will pitch again. And that's a 276. And against a righty at 276. Uh-oh. That one is deep to center field. Lopes with a power of a 6. Deep to center field. Does he give the Cubs the lead? He needs at least an 18 for this to be safe. He's got a power of 6. 11 is 17. And no! Any other place, that would be gone. But it's to center field, it's going to be a fly ball. Getting under that one is going to be Davis. He will make the catch, and that... Come on. And that will retire the side. A failed hit and run for the Cubs, as Sandberg gets a single, but he gets caught stealing on the failed hit and run. We remain tied at 1 after 3. Top of the 4th coming up once I adjust the peg here. And stepping into the batter's box to lead off for the Reds and bringing the heart of the order to the plate is Parker. Parker flew out his first time up, though. Fontenot will get the sign from Davis. Cubs faithful, not happy with that failed hit and run. Fontenot will set. Here's the pitch. That is a 421. Parker against the lefty will ground it over to second base. Sandberg will get that one. He will make the play over to first. Out number 1 in the inning. Nicely now steps into the batter's box. He grounded into a double play his first time up. Fontenot looking in at Davis. He gets the sign, and here comes the pitch. That is a 106. And a 106 will be grounded right back to Fontenot. He will fire that over to first. Out number 2 in the inning. Perez now the batter for the Reds. Perez flew out his first time up. Fontenot looking to get out of this inning with no damage. Teams have had problems, though, especially on the board with 2 outs. Fontenot looks in for the sign. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 452. Perez against the lefty with a 452. That will be a base hit, and the Reds will continue this inning. As Davis now steps into the batter's box. Davis is 0 for 1. Fontenot gets the sign from Jody Davis. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 114, and a 114 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one for the Cubs is Dernier. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the Reds as we get set for the bottom of the 4th. Leading off the bottom of the 4th for the Cubs, we'll bring up our cleanup hitter, Moreland. Moreland tonight has a walk. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. here comes the pitch. That is a 251. Stuper against a righty with a 251 will turn into a 561. That'll move over to Concepcion, and that'll be grounded right to Concepcion. He won't have any trouble with that one, as he'll make the throw over to first for out number 1. Durham now the batter. Durham tonight is 0 for 1. He popped out his first time up. Stuper looks in it nicely. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 620, which will turn into a 630. And that will be popped up on the infield about a mile high. Concepcion getting under that one as well. He will make the catch for out number 2. Jody Davis now the batter for the Cubs. He is 1 for 1 with a double tonight. Stuper gets the sign from nicely. He will set, and here's the pitch. That is a 492 against a righty 492. Against a righty 492 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Davis will get under that one. Eric Davis will get under that one for the Reds. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Cubs in the bottom of the 4th. After 4, we remain tied at 1 in a little bit of a pitcher's duel. Top of the 5th coming up, and we've got the bottom of the order for the Reds coming up as Nick Asaski steps into the batter's box. He grounded out his first time up. I was about to say he had a double, but he doesn't. Fontenot gets the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 383. And wow, Asaski gives the Reds the lead back with a boom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Nick Asaski. First point of pitcher fatigue against Fontenot. We'll get Digital Diamond to catch up. And after that, it will be 2-1 in favor of the Reds. Stadium groans. Ugh. Foley now the batter. Foley grounded out his first time up. Fontenot, gotta shake that one off. He will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. 441. That'll be Foley against the lefty, and that'll be grounded right over to first. Grabbing that one will be Durham. Durham will throw that over to Fontenot coming over to cover, and that'll be out number 1 in the inning. Stuper now the batter. Stuper is 0 for 1. Fontenot looking in at Davis for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 527. That sounds like trouble because that is the catcher. And a 527 is going to be a passed ball, ball 1. We will do it again with a 413. 413 based on his I rating of a 5. And a 413 is going to be grounded over to short. Picking that one up is Boa. He will make the play over to first, and that's out number 2. Reedus now the batter for the Reds. Reedus is 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. Fontenot gets the sign. He will set. He will pitch. That is a 423. Reedus against the lefty with a 423. He will work a 2-out walk out of the at-bat, and Fontenot seems to have picked a bad time to start running out of gas. As Concepcion, now the batter. Concepcion is 1 for 2 with a single. Fontenot looking into Jody Davis for the sign. He will set. Here comes the pitch. With a 560, that's over to Boa, and that's going to be grounded right to him. He will take that on a hop. He'll throw that over to first for the out, and that will retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, and a walk. A solo home run by Nick Isaski, and the Reds have a 2-1 lead as we get set for the bottom of the 5th. Quick drink. We'll start to get some activity in the Cubs bullpen tonight as Larry Sorensen is going to start getting loose for the Cubs. The pitcher's spot is due up third in this inning, so we'll see what happens here. Brian Dayett steps into the batter's box for the Cubs. Dayett has a double tonight. Stuper hoping to keep this game right where it is. He will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and he will pitch. On a 378. 378, Dayett is similarly going to tie the game with a boom! High, deep, gone. Home run, Brian Dayett. And this game is now tied once again. Stadium cheers. Yay! That is also the first point of pitcher fatigue for Stuper. Boa now stepping into the batter's box. We'll get some activity in the Reds bullpen as well. As starting to get loose for Cincinnati is going to be... The Reds are going to get... They're going to get Ron Robinson warming up in the Reds bullpen. Neither team seems to want to give this game up. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 161. And a 161 is going to be a bloop single, and Boa will be on with a 1-out single. Actually, with nobody out. Never mind. I thought there was 1 out for some reason, but no, nobody's out. Stepping into the batter's box now is Fontenot. Actually, yeah, they're going to let Fontenot bat here. Fontenot tonight is 0 for 1. The infield is going to bring the corners in, expecting Fontenot to bunt. And indeed, he is going to square around like he's planning to bunt. Fontenot's a bunt rating of a 2, though. He's not good. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and he will pitch into the bunt. Let's see, he's a 2 plus 11 is a 13. And he's going to miss that one foul. So 2 strikes on Fontenot. He's going to swing away. Stuper will pitch. That is a 110. And a 110 is going to be grounded over to first. Stuper will move over to cover. It'll still be a good sacrifice. As the only play Perez will have is to first. Boa will make second on the play. So even though the bunt doesn't work, Fontenot is able to do his job anyway. Dernier, now the batter. Dernier tonight is 0 for 2. 0 for 2. 1 out in the inning. Is he going to bunt is the question now. I think the answer here is going to be... No, he's going to swing away. As good contact brings Boa home and gives the Cubs the lead. Stuper will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 550. That does not sound like there's going to be good contact. And that'll be grounded over, that'll be hit over to third base. That's Isaski. And that'll be grounded right to him. Isaski will throw that across the horn for out number 2. Boa will make third on the throw. Sandberg now will be in the batter's box after finishing up his warm-up swings. Sandberg tonight is 1 for 1 with a single, and he reached on a two-base error. 2 outs in the inning. Score is tied. Sandberg looking to fix that. Stuper looking for no change to that. He will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and he will pitch. Into a 5-0-5. That'll give us a rare play with 2 outs. So let's see what kind of a rare play we've got here. Runner on third, rare plays. So just a regular rare play. That is a 634 on the rare play. Let's see what that gives us. 634 says batter's going to ground out So that'll be a G4. And I'm not playing with injuries, but that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. A solo home run by Brian Dayett brings the score back to a 2-2 deadlock after 5. Just getting everything reset here. Stopping over to check in with chat. All quiet there. No problems with minor problems with the stream tonight, but otherwise seems to be pretty smooth. Back into Digital Diamond. There we go. Leading off the top of the 6th, we're once again looking at the heart of the order as Dave Parker steps into the batter's box. Parker tonight is 0 for 2. Sorensen continuing to throw in the Cubs bullpen in case Fontenot starts to run into trouble. Fontenot, though, will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 361, and a 361 is going to be grounded over to second. Sandberg will make the play easily over to first, out number 1. Hold on. Get back into Digital Diamond. There we go. One out, and the batter now is Nicely. Nicely tonight is 0 for 2. Fontenot will get the sign from Davis, and I keep dropping dice tonight. Fontenot will set, and he will pitch. With a 633, which will turn into a 643 because of fatigue, but that'll still be a ground ball over to second. All that changes is where it goes. Sandberg once again picks that one up. He will throw that over to first for out number 2. Perez, now the batter. Perez is 1 for 2 with a single. Top of the 6th, 2 outs in the inning. Tied at 2 here at Wrigley Field. Fontenot looking into Davis for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 626, which will turn into a 636, and it's a fly ball into center field. Coming in slightly for that one will be Dernier as Perez got under that one. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds here in the top of the 6th. Stopping over to check in with chat. We are moving into the bottom of the 6th tonight as now the Cubs send the heart of their order up. Here's Lopes leading off the bottom of the 6th. Lopes is 0 for 2. Stuper gets the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 141. And a 141. Lopes is going to lead off with a walk. I already gave Stuper his 3rd point of pitcher fatigue. Infield will go to double play depth. Ooh. And here's Moreland. Moreland tonight is 0 for 1 with a walk. Could the Cubs try a hit and run here? Lopes has got great speed. Moreland's got decent power. They're going to let Moreland swing away. Stupor will get the sign from Nicely. Fans at Wrigley Field on their feet. Stupor will set, and he will pitch. Into a 494. That'll be Moreland against a righty. 494 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one for the Reds is going to be Davis. He will make the catch. Out number 1. Durham, now the batter. Durham tonight is 0 for 2. Lopes easing off the bag. Stupor will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and he will pitch. Into a 393. And just missed it by 1. Instead, that's going to be lifted into left field. Reedus will get under that one. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Jody Davis now stepping into the batter's box as Stupor's trying to work his way around a leadoff walk. Davis is 1 for 2 with a double tonight. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Stupor gets the sign from Nicely. He will set, and he will pitch. That is a 145. And a 145 is going to be a 2-out walk. 4th point of pitcher fatigue on Stupor tonight. Batter now is Dayett. Dayett tied the game back in the bottom of the 4th, or bottom of the 5th, I should say, with a solo home run. Now with an opportunity to give the Cubs the lead. Reds bench telling Stupor, get out of the inning. Pitcher's spot is due up 4th in the top of the 7th. Stupor will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 557. That's hit over to third base. 557 is going to be a Sasky. And that'll be a base hit into left field. Lopes with a speed of 9. Left fielder Reedus with a 5-arm. Oh, do you send him here? Do you send him here and try to take the lead? I think the answer is yes. Lopez, so this is where we're going to end up with. Lopes is going to come to the plate with a speed of 9. He's got to beat an arm. He's got to beat an arm of a 15 with a speed of 9. Do the Cubs take the lead as they're waving Lopes home? Here comes the throw. Throw from left. Here it comes. And an 8 and a 9 is a 17. And Lopes is going to be safe. He will get under the tag as it was a good throw, but Lopes just a little bit too fast. And the Cubs take the lead on a daring play by Lopes, 3-2. Stadium cheers. Yay! Okay. As Lopes comes up with a... Hold on. That should be... Let me back that up here. Hold on. We should have ended up with... We should have ended up with Lopes scoring on the play. That should have been a 1B. Let's try this. 1B plus should do it. As ID Jester now joins us here at Wrigley Field. And I'm just trying to update the reality that... There we go. We got it. So the throw came to the plate, and the Cubs now have a 3-2 lead. I've already given Stupor... Actually, I've got to give him his 5th point of pitcher fatigue. As leading off now is Boa. Boa tonight is 1 for 2 with a single. Reds trying to get out of the inning. Cubs are saying, not so fast. Stupor will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 487. Boa against a righty with a 487 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one for the Reds is going to be Davis. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. A little bit too late, though. 1 run on 1 hit and 2 walks. The Cubs now have a 3-2 lead after 6. Just checking in with chat, seeing if there's anything else. Nope. Now I'll move over to Digital Diamond. As Fontenot is going to come out of the game at this point, the Cubs are going to go to the bullpen. And coming in to pitch for the Cubs will be Larry Sorensen. 3-7 with a 4.26 ERA, 82 1/3 innings pitched, 34 hits or 34 strikeouts, 24 walks, 8 home runs in 85. He will be charged with the middle bottom of the Reds order. Davis leading off the top of the 7th. Davis tonight is 0 for 2. Sorensen has to nurse a 3-2 lead. He will get the sign from Jody Davis. Sorensen will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. That is a 334 and a 334. Davis is going to get frozen by a changeup for the first strikeout on either side tonight. And Esaski now steps into the batter's box. Esaski tonight is 1 for 2 with a solo bomb back in the 5th. 3-2 Cubs, top of the 7th. Sorensen gets the sign from Davis. He will set. Here comes the pitch. On a 292, that'll be Sorensen against a righty, 292. Uh-oh. Esaski thinks he's got a hold of another one. He's got a power of a 9. That one is deep to center field. Needs at least a 15 to be safely out. Does Esaski tie this game right back up? That should be a pretty easy tie-up, as that gets out of here with a boom. That ball is hit pretty high. It's hit pretty deep to left field. Dayet can only turn and watch that one fly into the stands, as this game once again is tied. Home run, Nick Esaski, as he does it again. Stadium groans. Ugh. And here's Foley. Foley tonight is 0 for 2. Sorensen knew as soon as that pitch left, that thing was winding up in the seats. Sorensen has to shake that one off. He will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 196, and that'll be a bloop double for Foley, as the Reds now starting to mount a bit of a rally. Stuper is going to come out of the game. The Red Sox are going to go to the Red Sox. The Reds are going to go to the bench. As coming in to pinch hit for the Reds, once I get this to cooperate. Will be Dwayne Walker. 167 average, 2 homers and 6 RBI in 85. Let me update my score sheet. As the Reds now are trying to take the lead here in the top of the 7th. Sorensen gets the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 307. And Walker's going to swing through a changeup for strike 3. That will be out number 2. Second strikeout of the night by Sorensen. Reedus now, the batter for the Reds. Reedus led off the game with a homer, and he's been on base every other time since with a single and a walk. Sorensen gets the sign from Davis. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 321. And Reedus is going to swing through a curveball for strike 3. That will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. A solo bomb by Nick Asaski, and this game is tied at 3 heading into the 7th inning stretch, where you guys can feel free to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, but I won't torture you with my rendition of that. What I will do, though, is take a small break. That small break will include a new drink, so bear with me. Trust me, Jester, you do not want me to sing my rendition of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. What we will have, however, is California Stadium in Anaheim, California on May 25th, 1985 for a matchup in the American League between the Baltimore Orioles and the California Angels. Dennis Martinez is going for the Orioles, and Ron Romanek is going for the Angels. That should be a good one at California Stadium. Bottom of the 7th coming up, and Digital Diamond is yelling at me, yes, I know, the Reds need a new pitcher. We will get them a new pitcher. So Digital Diamond, you may zip it now. As coming into pitch starting in the bottom of the 7th is Ron Robinson. 7-7 with a 3.99 ERA. 108 and a third innings pitched, 76 strikeouts, 32 walks, 11 home runs in 85. And Sorensen will be the batter. They want to get some long relief out of him. Robinson will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is going to be a 540. That sounds like it's going to be very outish, as that's grounded right to second base. And at second base tonight is Foley, and indeed, that will be grounded right to Foley. He'll maybe have to go to his left a little bit for that one, but he will make the play easily, and that will be out number 1. And Dernier will step into the batter's box for the Cubs. He is 0 for 3 tonight. Robinson will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 115, which will turn into a 315. And Dernier is going to get an infield single out of that one. As that one will just barely get out of the infield for a base hit, but barely counts here. Infield will go to double play depth, as the batter now is Sandberg. Sandberg tonight is 1 for 2 with a single, and he's reached on an error. Could they run a hit and run here? Dernier's got great speed. Sandberg's got better power. They're not going to hit and run here. Robinson will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 160. And a 160 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one is going to be Davis. He will make the catch for out number 2. Lopes, now the batter. Lopes tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. 2 outs in the inning. Robinson trying to keep this game right where it is. He will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 653, which will turn into a 663 with the home team batting. And that'll be a ground ball over to first. Perez will get that one. Robinson will come over to cover, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the hit for the Cubs. We remain tied at 3 after 7. As we are seeing a dandy of a game here at Wrigley Field tonight. Hopefully you guys in chat are enjoying this one. Top of the 8th coming up. We'll see the top of the Reds' order coming to the plate. Concepcion leading off the top of the 8th tonight. Concepcion is 1 for 3 with a single. Sorensen will get the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 513, and that'll be grounded right back to Sorensen. He won't have any problems with that one. He will fire that over to first for out number 1. Parker now steps into the batter's box for the Cubs. Parker is 0 for 3 tonight. Sorensen gets the sign from Davis. He will set. Here comes the pitch. With a 379. And a 379 is going to be a base hit, and Parker will be on with a 1-out single. Infield will go to double play depth, as Nicely now is the batter. Nicely is 0 for 3, including hitting into a double play to end the first, which seems like a lifetime ago at this point. Sorensen gets the sign from Davis. He will set, and here comes the pitch. With a 135, and a 135 is going to be a fly ball into left field. Dayett will get to that one. He will make the catch for out number 2. Perez now steps into the batter's box. Perez is 1 for 3 tonight. Sorensen trying to get the Cubs out of the 8th. He will get the sign from Davis. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 215, and a 215 against a righty is going to be grounded over to short. Bo is right there. He will take that to the bag himself for the force at second, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the hit for the Reds, and we are still tied at 3 heading into the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the 8th coming up, and Moreland stepping into the batter's box for the Cubs. Moreland tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk. Robinson will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and he will pitch. With a 427 against a righty. 427 is going to be grounded right over to short. Concepcion will grab that one without any problems. He will send that over to first for out number 1. Durham now stepping into the batter's box for the Cubs. Durham is 0 for 3. You kind of think he might be due. Robinson gets the sign from Nicely. He will set, and he will pitch. 5-12. Does not sound like he's going to be due anything except a ground ball right back to Robinson on a 1-hop. Robinson will throw that over to first. 2 outs in the inning. Jody Davis now stepping into the batter's box for the Cubs. He is 1 for 2 with a double and a walk tonight. Robinson will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 568. That sounds like it could be trouble as that's set over to Concepcion. 568. Concepcion's going to boot that one, and Davis will be safe at first with a 2-out error on Concepcion. Let's make sure we get that. Yep. Okay. Dayett now the batter. Dayett tied this game with a solo home run back in the 5th. He's got a double and a single tonight. He's a triple short of the cycle. But he wants to win more here, as Robinson will get the sign from Nicely. He will set. Here comes the pitch. That is a 478. That'll be Dayett against a righty on a 478. And that'll be a fly ball into center field. Davis will get under that one. He will make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except for the error for the Cubs. We are tied at 3 after 8. But will we see some top of the 9th inning magic? Top of the 9th coming up, and we'll see the second half of the Reds' order due up. Leading off is Eric Davis. He is 0 for 3 tonight as Sorensen settles in here. Sorensen has been excellent tonight so far. Well, I take that back. He's actually been kind of shaky. So the Cubs are going to get some activity in the bullpen, as getting up to start throwing will be... let's see. They're looking at righty, righty, lefty. George Frazier is going to start getting loose for the Cubs. Sorensen will get the sign from Davis. He will set. Well, from Jody Davis. Here comes the pitch. With a 524. That'll be right in front of the plate to Davis. And it'll be popped up in foul territory. Jody Davis will throw his mask away. He'll make the catch in foul territory. And that's out number 1. Excuse me. Isaski now steps into the batter's box. Isaski has gone deep twice tonight on solo bombs. Sorensen will get the sign from Davis, trying to keep the Reds off the scoreboard again. He will set. Here comes the pitch. With a 260. And that'll be against a righty with a 260. That'll go to a 550. That's over to third base, which third base for the Cubs tonight is Lopes. And that'll get popped up on the infield as Lopes will make that catch easily for out number 2. Two outs, and the batter now is Foley. Foley tonight is 1 for 3 with a double. Sorensen looking into Davis for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 110 will be a ground ball right back to Sorensen on a 1-hop. He will fire that over to first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Reds in the top of the 9th. But will we see some bottom of the 9th inning magic? I will mention that my fast score house rule is in effect tonight. Leading off the bottom of the ninth, we've got Larry Boa. Boa tonight is 1 for 3 with a single. Robinson will get the sign from Nicely. He will set and he will pitch. With a 161. And a 161 is going to be a fly ball into center field. Coming under that one for the Reds is going to be Davis. He will make the catch for out number 1. Sorensen is going to come out of the game. The Cubs are going to go to the bench. As coming in to pinch hit for the Cubs will be... the Cubs are going to turn to... Cubs are going to go to Tad Bosley to pinch hit. 328 average, 7 home runs, 27 RBIs in 85. Robinson will get the sign from Nicely. He will set and he will pitch. That is going to be a 233 against the lefty at 233. That's going to be a base hit, and the winning run is now on. Let's see here. Oh, yes. 1 out and infield at double play depth. Dernier, now the batter. Dernier tonight is 1 for 4, actually. The Cubs debating if they want to try a hit and run here, and I think they will try the hit and run here. It hasn't worked. It didn't work earlier. Will it work this time? Robinson will get the sign from Nicely. He will set, and here comes the pitch. That is a 661, which will turn into a 671. That's going to be a wild pitch, and Bosley is going to move over to second. I believe a wild pitch gets... Yep, that gets resolved normally. Okay. So that will be ball 1, as suddenly the Cubs now have the winning run in scoring position, and we will pitch again. On a 239. That'll be Robinson against a righty with a 239. That'll be a ground ball right back to the pitcher. He will turn, fire that over to first for the out. What happened here? I think it was a base hit. Okay. So we went with Tad Bosley. Forgot to update my score sheet. That'll be a G1 for Dernier. Bosley will make third on the play. 2 outs in the inning. And the batter now is Sandberg. Sandberg tonight is 1 for 3, and he reached on an error. 2 outs, bottom of the ninth, Bosley at third. There's hope this could be the end of the game. Robinson will get the sign from Nicely. Fans at Wrigley Field on their feet. They know a base hit ends this game. Robinson will set. He will kick, and here's the pitch. 473, Sandberg against the righty. And a 473 is going to be enough to end the game, and that will be a base hit. As Bosley will trot to the plate, and the Cubs will walk this one off. As the Cubs will take this one by a final score of 4-3 on some ninth inning magic. Stadium cheers. Yay! That is a huge win for the Cubs. Final line score coming up. For the Cubs, 4 runs on 10 hits and no errors. For the Reds, 3 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors. Winning pitcher tonight is going to be Larry Sorensen. Ron Robinson will take the loss in this one. Of course, we are not done yet, though, because we still have to go to Fast Score to see how the rest of the majors fared. ID Jester groaning that the Red Sox managed to walk it off. Fans at Wrigley Field, though, don't really particularly care about his opinion, if I'm being perfectly honest. And I doubt he'll tell me I'm wrong, that the fans at Wrigley don't care about his opinion. So the Cubs pick up a dramatic win here over the Reds, 4-3 after some ninth inning magic. And they smell so we're even. Ha ha. We'll take a quick drink, and then we will ask Fast Score how the rest of the majors fared. Okay. Now let's get down to it for May 21st. Tigers and the Angels. Tigers, 1246 is 5. Angels, 626 is 2. The Kitty Cats will take that one. Brewers and the Indians. Brewers, 1345, that is 5. Indians, 1154 is 6. The Tribe will take that one from the Beer Makers. Red Sox and the Twins. Red Sox, 1633, that is 5. Twins, 936 is 4. And the Red Sox take that one. Orioles and the Athletics. Orioles, 1833, that is 5. Athletics, 1264 is 8. And the Athletics take that one. Yankees and the Mariners. Yankees, 1821 is 3. Mariners, 525 is 2. And the Pinstripes will take that one. Royals and the Rangers. Royals, 1421, that is 3. Rangers, 842, that is 4. And the Rangers take that one. White Sox and the Blue Jays are both 13s. White Sox roll a 64, that is 9. Blue Jays roll a 14, that'll be a lot less than that, that is 2. And the White Sox will win that one. Dodgers and the Expos. Dodgers, 742, that is 4. Expos, 916 is 2. And the Dodgers will double up the Expos. Giants and the Phillies. Giants, 331, that is 2. Phillies, 1013 is 1. And the Giants will take that one. Astros and the Pirates. Astros 323 is 2. Pirates 452 is 4. And the Pirates get to hang the Jolly Roger at home. Braves and the Cardinals. Braves 414 is 1. Cardinals 1912 is 2. And the Cardinals take that one. On to May 22nd. Tigers and the Angels. Tigers 824 is 2. Angels 755 is 5. And the Angels win that one. Brewers and the Indians. Brewers 721 is 2. Indians 1242 is 5. The Indians will take that one. Red Sox and the Twins. Red Sox 1542, that is 5. Twins 654 is also 5. They will go to extras. Surprising, we haven't said that yet in this block. Red Sox roll a 2, minus 4 is negative 2. Twins roll a 1, plus 2 is 3. The Twins will take that one in extras. Orioles and the Athletics. Orioles 1265, that is 9. Athletics 1456, that is 7. And the Orioles win a shootout. Yankees and the Mariners. Yankees 1746, that is 6. Mariners 916, that is 2. And the Mariners continue their fading trend as they give one up to the Yankees. Royals and the Rangers. Royals 1125, that is 3. Rangers 034 is 2. And Kansas City will take that one. White Sox and the Blue Jays. White Sox 341 is 3. Blue Jays 1234 is 4. And the Blue Jays will win that one. Reds and the Cubs. Reds 666 is 9. Cubs 864 is 7. The Reds get a measure of revenge in a shootout. Dodgers and the Expos. We'll re-roll that one. All right. Dodgers 821 is 2. Expos 525 is also 2. They will go to extras. Dodgers roll a 2 plus 0. Expos roll a 1 plus 1 is 2. By virtue of being the home team, the Expos will win that one in extras. Padres and the Mets. Padres 631, that is 3. Mets 831 is also 3. Once again, we will have extras. Padres roll a 5 plus 0. Mets roll a 2 plus 0 is 2. The Padres will win that one in extras. Giants and the Phillies. Giants 334, that is 3. Phillies 1041, that is 4. And the Phillies will win that one. Astros and the Pirates. Astros 1445, that is 6. Pirates 764 is 7. And the Pirates get another one. Braves and the Cardinals. Braves 1042 is 4. Cardinals 1145 is 5. And the Redbirds get that one. On to May 23rd. Blue Jays and the Indians. Blue Jays, 1463 is 8. Indians, 724, that is 2. And the Blue Jays take that one. Orioles and the Athletics. Orioles, 1422 is 3. Athletics, 824 is 2. The Orioles win that one. Yankees and the Mariners. Yankees, 2222 is 4. Mariners, what is that? 811 is a goose egg. And the Yankees win that one. Red Sox and the Rangers. Red Sox, 1664, that is going to be 9. Rangers, 856 is 6. The Red Sox win that one. On to May 24th. Orioles and the Angels. We will see these two teams tomorrow night. Orioles, 1444, that is 5. Angels, 1111 is 0, and the Orioles will win that one. Could that be a sign of things to come? We'll find out tomorrow night. Blue Jays and the Indians. Blue Jays, 1416 is 2. Indians, 655 is 5, and the Indians win that one. White Sox and the Royals. White Sox, 915 is 2. Royals, 721 is also 2. They will go to extras. White Sox roll a 3 plus 0. Kansas City rolls a 6 plus 2 is 8. The Royals will easily take that one in extras. Twins and the Brewers. Twins, 1342 is 5. Brewers, 1115 is also 2. 1342, yeah, it was 5. Okay. So the Twins do get that one in extras. Yankees and the Athletics. Yankees, 1636, that is 5. Athletics, 934 is 4. The Yankees win that one. Tigers and the Mariners. Tigers, 714 is 1. Mariners, 1446 is 6. And the Mariners, at least for this one, stop their free fall. Red Sox and the Rangers. Red Sox, 943, that is 4. Rangers, 412 is 0. And the Red Sox blank the Rangers. Pirates and the Braves. Pirates, 843, that is 4. Braves, 1214 is 2. And the Pirates double up the Braves. Astros and the Cubs. Astros, 1531, that is 4. Cubs, 1031 is 3. The Astros will get that one. Cardinals and the Reds. Cardinals, 913 is 1. Reds, negative 132 is 2. And that game belongs to the Reds. Giants and the Expos. Giants, 012 is a goose egg. Expos, 811 is also a goose egg. And in a game neither team wants to win, they will go to extras. Giants roll a 2, minus 1 is 1. Expos roll a 4, plus 1 is 5. And Montreal will get that one in extras. Dodgers and the Mets. Dodgers, 865 is 8. Mets, 434 is 3. And the Dodgers will take that one. Last up, Padres and the Phillies. Padres, 963, that is 7. Phillies, 636 is 3. And the Padres bless that game. And that will do it for Block 12 of 1985 season ticket baseball. As promised, though, we are not done yet tonight because I just got a delivery in this afternoon that we're going to crack on the channel. And unfortunately, yeah, I can turn it this way. Oh, it's a heavy one. So it's a bit close in, but I will tip it toward the camera so you can see that this is actually from CIN, Cool Mini or not. If I turn the camera in just the right way, you will get spoiled on what's in here. So let's see if I can crack this open without giving you guys any spoilers on what's in here. But yes, it is a big box, as you can probably see. There we go. I was a little bit worried because I was opening on that other side blind. And I actually still need to run down the middle here. All right, I will take a quick drink of my Crystal Light because my throat is dry. There we go. And what we've got in here, we're of course greeted by Void Fill, and holy cow. Oh, first thing in here that we get, we'll start digging into this box a lot more here in a second. Whoa. Well, that's what I'm trying to show you here. I'm actually going to put this down on the floor for a second. So what we got here is the Season 4 expansion box for Cthulhu Death May Die. Looks like we've got some extra Sanity cards attached to the side of it. We're not going to go through everything in here tonight, but we are going to tear this whole thing apart. I'll just show off everything that I got in here. So this is the Season 4 expansion for Cthulhu Death May Die. We'll look at the back of it very briefly, but we're not going to go through it in extensive detail. But I will find some time, probably this coming weekend, probably Saturday, since it's not a game day. We'll probably do Saturday after Mystical Munchies. I've actually got a bunch of things I've got to unbox on the channel. So we're probably going to do, so after Mystical Munchies on Saturday, we'll probably do an unboxing day and just tear some stuff apart, get some stuff unboxed. But this is the Fear of the Unknown season expansion. This is the newest Kickstarter from CIN that I literally just got delivered today. In here, we've also got the Animal Allies, which was an extra that I backed. And like I said, I'll show you guys everything at quick glance, but we're going to tear everything apart later. We've also got 3 more sets of extra dice. This way I can give everybody their own set of dice when I host this game. So very handy to have that there. It's not that long ago that we had a pandemic, so I figure that's probably a more hygienic option. Also in here, we've got the Ancient One box for Ithaca the Windwalker. A little bit weird from what's depicted in the Arkham Horror files with Ithaca, so I guess that's kind of my frame of reference there. And as a little bit of a backstory while I'm opening all of this, I was not very happy at all with CIN coming out of this Kickstarter, because this stuff had mostly been in retail for about 6 months, and it's just now getting to backers. I was not happy about that at all. But we've also got, of course, the main game for the new season, Fear of the Unknown. Again, Cthulhu Death May Die, game by Rob Davio, Eric M. Lang, and Marco Portugal. I'm going to get some of this void fill out of the way so I can put everything in here. And we'll get those backers out. And we've also got the new Unknowable box from that same Kickstarter. Wow, that is a lot. That's a lot of stuff in that box. Holy cow. We'll put that all back in here. and we'll plan on tearing that apart probably this weekend. But that will do it for this playthrough of season ticket baseball for Block 12 of 1985, along with an impromptu delivery product unboxing. Busy coming up on the channel. Tomorrow night, as I mentioned, we will be at California Stadium for Block 13 and an American League matchup between the Baltimore Orioles and the California Angels. Dennis Martinez on the hill for the Orioles and Roman Romanek on the bump for the Angels. After that, Wednesday we'll be back in our German America Bomber as we play America Bomber, Evil Queen of the Skies by Compass Games. Saturday, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Marvel Eat the Universe cookbook with the entree, Phoenix's Hot Chicken and Egg Oyakodon. Next week, Sunday, we'll continue the winter campaign in Arkham Horror, the card game, with the third scenario, Dead Heat. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone. The Chicago Cubs win a dramatic game in walk-off fashion as they manage to survive a scare from the Reds and pick up a 4-3 victory to keep pace in the National League East. Once again, take care.